The following episode contains strong language. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. I'm your host, Colors Fade. It's episode 35. The team is leveled up. If you have an earlier version of the Excel spreadsheet, you might notice at this particular spot I had 3 question marks because I didn't know what I was going to take and I hadn't written it down. I now have Blazing Inferno down here. Show you what this is going to do. It's way down here, right here. The Psyker's critical hit chance increases by 1% until the end of combat every time the Psyker deals damage by any means. So we're going to take that now. And then for Heinrichs, because he's right here next to us, he also takes Blazing Inferno there. Come down and get that for him. And then Pascal Abelard, actually, let's level him up because he's right next to him on this. But he's got Renitent Beacon. Each stack of Unyielding Beacon additionally increases armor and parry by 1%. Now for our buddy Pascal. Spreadsheet set up here. Pascal, Scanner Mechadendrite is what I have down in this slot. To find that though, where is that? It's way down at the bottom near Manipulator Push. You can give him Medicaid Mechadendrite. So the Tech Priests can use their Mechadendrite to restore wounds of an ally once per combat, but we don't care really about that. So Scanner Mechadendrite, an additional servo skull connected directly to the Tech Priest systems increases their perception. Makes it harder for enemies to dodge his attacks. And then Cassia is next. She gets Tonicity. Come down here. This is the Navigator powers deal +1 additional damage for every 5 bonus characteristics of the Navigator's currently equipped staff. Castigating, Infusing, Devastating count as characteristics. She gets a little more damage. And then we give her Fellowship. And then Kibella. Leveling up. She had Carnival of Misery and now she gets Revel in Suffering. Right here. Each adjacent creature counts as 2 for the purpose of calculating the bonuses granted by Gift of Torment. So that is wonderful. Great. Gives her a little more defense there. And beside her is Yurliet in the spreadsheet. Yurliet got, of course, Wild Hunt. So she's going to take Hunter's Ambush. When the bounty hunter performs a single shot attack on an immobilized or stunned target, this attack refunds its cost and does not count for the attack limit once per round. So we need to be shooting immobilized targets, which Cassie is going to do for us. I need to remember to do that. I'm probably not going to remember, because I'm very bad at remembering things like that, but we'll see. Jai Hedari. Jai Hedari got Orchestrated Firestorm 2. Now she gets Reliance. Using Linchpin now spends only 1/4 of the tactical advantage slots, which is fantastic. We love that. Argenta, dear sister, in battle, she took Steady Superiority 4. She gets Awareness and Accustomed to Glory. Whenever the Archmilitant or their ally uses a heroic act or a desperate measure, the Archmilitant gains +1 and +10 damage on all attacks till the end of combat. So that's really nice. First time somebody pulls off a heroic, it's great. And Idira gets Anatomy Expert. The maximum number of wounds for the executioner depends on their Medicaid instead of their toughness. Finally for her, that's great. Alright. So we're ready to motate. Where we want to go, I think, is Vibos. So we want to head up to here. Two profit factor gain. That probably means that we finished construction of something here. Foul Stone. Do we have anything else we can do? Dirty Bureaucracy. Reputation with the Drusians is now high enough that we can do this, and our profit factor is high enough. We get a contract available, and we get plus more profit factor, and it doesn't block anything. That's kind of the most important thing there. Actually, let's see what everybody else is doing. Janus is almost finished. Kiava Gamma finished. They got us a profit factor. Compassion for the silent. So now we can look at the third one here. Chapel of Enumeration will cost us 3 mechanisms. I'm not sure I want to spend those right now. How many mechanisms do we have? What do they look like? They look like the gear, and we have 3 of them. I don't want to... There's +2, +5 on Kiavagam, and then -2 for project there. So I don't want to spend that because we need it for something else. And I can't remember which one it is, but we're going to save that. So we won't do that right now. All right. We're here. This is Layways to Hiroke's room station. We don't care about that. We want to go up here. Mundus Nullius. Talk to the Master of Seals. That's Dargonus. That's where we want to go. So I think the best way to go is probably going to be here. We're going to want to make this 100 Dreams Crossroads. Now we'll chart new routes. Hopefully it'll give us a route over here. There it is. It's a really not nice route, but that's all right. 100 Dreams Crossroads is going to have some Phlogiston here and a bunch of Promethean. So there's a little battle here we can do towards the end. There is this Phlogiston. You want this? We have 11 Astrakium, so I'm going to use it. We need some of that. Gas Giant usually provides nothing. This one's empty. I got quite the asteroid belt going on here. Okay, there's 6 Promethean. That's a lot, so we're going to grab that. Nothing there. Now let's make sure that everybody has a post. Okay. And nothing there. Alright, let's fight these guys. Enemies of humanity. A wave of angry whispers passes over the bridge as the arch enemy's minions train the weapons on you and prepare to attack. Evade their approach and flee. Oh no, we'll do death to the heretics. It's nice that we can evade them, though. All right.
I can see crimson lights in the void.
So we have this big, huge, honkin' dude. We have this. What is this doing? Shields plus 20%. Infidel class raider. And this is going to give us evasion. High chance, but everything else about it's going to suck. And we have a raider over there. Okay. Where do we want to go? Could we get into here? Probably not, because we're going to end right there, eh? That stinks. This ship might be too big to turn, too. That can be a real shame. Okay. In that case, let's do this. How big is that? If we turn, we're going to hit him right there. Go like this. I'm going to launch a torpedo here. We're not close enough for that yet, but we are close enough for that. If we hit him here, it's going to hit him in the front. Now, is it going to consider it in the side? That's what I want to do, is hit him in the side, not the front. Oh, well. We should fire. So, we could get there. We won't be able to reach it, though. And then he's going to shoot from that side. This thing's going to come down and shoot from our other side. Our best bet might be to turn right here. What happens if we do that? We can hit him in the front with that and with that. That might be our best choice. Target is too far. Oh, well, we're going to fix that. I don't know how it's too far when it was clearly in one of the squares, but whatever. Okay, macro cannons. Now, can we turn this guy? Okay. We turned him that way. He took some more damage. We're gonna have to protect our flank here. Go. See if we get destroyed. These guys launch torpedoes. Launch torpedoes. Hitting us, and that hurt. We're gonna die. Oh, look at that. Okay. And now we have what? We can go and our torpedoes can't. Once again, just a brilliant decision here. Okay. Let's jump. Try to hit this guy here. Wow, we couldn't finish him off with that? That is amazing. Okay. Is it going to be smart and just blow up his torpedoes right there? It'll kill him, but it'll also do a lot of damage to me. There go my torpedoes. They're just decoys now. You can't use them offensively because they don't get their turn to work on. So wonderful. That's brilliant. It's such a wonderful bit of programming by Owlcat Games, as always, on top of their game, making sure that patches destroy any and all fun that can be had from this tertiary portion of the game. Wonderful. That's bloody brilliant, gentlemen. Really great stuff here.
The vessel's on the brink.
Oh, and we're gonna die because we were too close to the explosion. That's excellent. I like that a lot. That really makes me feel confident about playing this video game. Great. This portion of the game is basically unplayable now, isn't it? Yeah, it is. It's unplayable because your torpedoes don't get a turn. Unplayable. What an utter piece of dog shit. Wow, I'm just stunned. I am so stunned with how awful this is with your torpedoes not getting it. You know what? You know what we're gonna do? Fuck Owlcat. They can't fix their fucking game, then we're gonna fix it for them, motherfuckers. Kill all enemies.
Target was well structured.
Fuck you guys.
Victory of 2 great dynasties, Lord Captain.
You release a fucking patch that breaks the fucking game and makes it so torpedoes can't take their fucking turn like they're fucking supposed to be able to? Fuck you guys. I started doing this Let's Play precisely because the game worked and I thought it was fun. I thought every aspect of it was fun. And I said that in my review because at the time everything fucking worked. And now you guys come up with this patch, you go and release the DLC and a patch with it and it breaks fucking ship combat and you don't do dick about it. Fuck you guys. Jesus Christ. Fucking Owlcat. Yeah, you can load 3 torpedo tubes now. Like it's gonna fucking matter when they don't get their turns and don't get a go. Jesus Christ. I'm so fucking sick of these guys breaking their fucking game and then not fixing it. How long would it take to fucking find the bug and fix it? A day? And then release an emergency patch and it's been how many weeks since Lex Imperialis came out now? Fuck you guys. Fucking Owlcat. This is why I don't give their games 10-10 scores, because they pull off bullshit like this. Fucking ruins the whole fucking experience. What's this place? Mundus Nullius system, and then up here is... Where's Vibos? I gotta remember which system Vibos is in. Okay, it is in the Mortis Aeseus system. I'm sure that's not how you pronounce that, but it's right there. I kind of want to go do Vibos before we do Dargonus, but we don't actually have a lot of navigators in sight to get up there, do we? It's going to take 2 to fix this to make it safe, and then we're going to get 1 back. So we're going to have 2, and then if that's red, we're kind of screwed. Well, let's try it. We're about to get a whole bunch of navigators inside by doing Dargonus. Rogue Trader's been contacted by high ranking. Okay, so we finished that one. Chart new routes. And it's going to be safe. Okay, cool. Narmer 4. What's the Excel spreadsheet say about Narmer 4? No, not here, you big dummy. On the sheet. Where's Narmer? Yeah. Find the next one. Narmer 4. There's Phlogiston here, Plasteel, provisions, and some ship combat. Well, you know what? We don't care about ship combat anymore because we just found the easy way to do it. Let's go visit. This is the best middle finger I can give to Alcat, because you know what? They don't want to fix their fucking game, and I want to do a Let's Play series, and fuck them. It's not the attitude I really want to have on a Sunday morning, but you know what? We only get so many days off a week. This is my time to have a cup of coffee and record a Let's Play and usually play an enjoyable game. And here's Alcat, and they're like, nope, we're just going to leave our game broken for you for like 3 months on end. Bunch of assholes. Care about your players. Care about your community that makes this game possible. Respect our time. Ship's augurs have detected a non-native mineral cluster on the planet's surface, probably the remains of an ancient asteroid shower. The substance is valuable, but collecting it will not be easy. The asteroid sits right above numerous underground caverns. The ancient tunnels and vaults are incredibly unstable and will likely not bear the weight of a large group of humans, let alone a shuttle. Take the risk and send a shuttle. Crew's expertise made it possible to collect the mineral without disturbing the ancient caverns. No, so that's how you get the plasteel on here. Okay. We'll do the phlogiston. We'll do the plasteel. What the heck? Why not? Why not? There are pirate ships here. The Viper class, hit points 50. There's provisions here, but there's only 1. There's this piece of aerotech mechanism fragment. There's 4 of those you gotta look for. I don't know. Can we actually kill these? These pirates don't have a lot of hit points, so I don't know. Maybe one of our 3 torpedoes will be able to hit something. I don't know. I'm probably just going to get frustrated again and end up having to replay this and nuke it.
I'll be
box.
your beacon in the darkness.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wonderful. They're already hitting us. Great. Oh, nice. Super. Oh, that's great. So they're going to get a kill me before I even get a move. Homie ain't doing that. Fuck you guys. Build better tertiary systems into your game. Stop making bullshit in these games. Man, I'm so mad about my review now because I actually said that part of the game was fun. And now in this broken state, it's clearly no more enjoyable than the kingdom management system in Kingmaker or the war system, the campaign management system in Wrath of the Righteous. They're all shit. You guys should just stick to one thing in a video game. The turn-based companion combat in this game is fire. Just stick with that. You're going to have to come back to Vibos periodically. So that's why we make these paths safe. Not necessarily because we have to, but when you're doing planetary systems here like this, we get the colony reward, profit factor, contract available. Some of these, when they're ready to be finished, are actually going to force you to travel all the way out to the system to finish them off. So, Cemetery of the Faithful, this blocks the project. Hallowed Railway, this gives us 5% evasion, doesn't really matter. Reputation with the Druzans side, but you get more reputation with them, which is nice. And the Hallowed Railway requires mechanism adamantite, and it gets you this, the Requimator, which is not that big of a deal. I think I'd rather do Cemetery of the Faithful. What does it say here? Yeah, or Cemetery of the Faithful, and that's the one I got highlighted in the Excel spreadsheet, so we're going to do that. I don't care about this bonus, but I do care about getting more Druzian reputation. So, let's visit this and go do Vibos while we're here. Where are we at? Right here? We took a bunch of hits, even though we didn't get a chance to go. You have to get special talents to be able to go first, basically, before the enemy can. So, really the only way to do ship combat in this game is to perfectly know which order of planets to do in the exact right order and get the exact right talents at the exact right time in the exact right progression, and then not have a game that is ruined by a patch. And then you can do it, and it's not bad. It's actually fun then. But since that requires a level of perfection that I'm not willing to engage with, and the patch makes it broken anyways, it doesn't matter. This planet can barely sustain life, kind of like the ship combat in this game. And yet, Search has discovered a long-lost Imperial colony, one that was cut off from the rest of the galaxy centuries ago. The colonists live in conditions worse than any underhive, yet they still venerate the Emperor and gladly welcome their visitors. The Lord Captain receives an invitation from the local ruler, the Archqueen Princeps Domina. Okay, we'll pay her. It says take over the colony. 1 shuttle and 2 rifles should be enough. Wow. What's that get us? The Archqueen Princeps Domina fled to the wastelands. This turn of events surprised the locals, but they accept their new ruler without complaint and eagerly set about gathering their belongings. And you get people out of it. Oh, okay. All right. I've never taken that option, so I was just curious about what it would do. And that's what it did. Okay. That's Vibos, I believe. It's a short little encounter in Vibos. Some goods here. A shattered world added to the worlds of the expanse. Something for us to turn into Opticon. This is a lava world. What did we know? Gas giant savannah world. Okay. Vibos. Swift and merciless retribution is a proper fate for the many transgressors, but the Imperium permits using the convicts for hard labor on distant prison worlds like Vibos 6. To atone for their crimes before humankind, hundreds of thousands of rogues and lowlifes toil in the mines of the Von Valencia's protectorate until death from exhaustion or some other unfortunate accident claims their forsaken souls. Okay. Vibos is added, but we don't have a thing here. Oh. Interesting. Okay, I've never gone here before Dargonis, and it doesn't give you a point of interest. Well, that's curious. Okay. Well, in that case, let's go to Dargonis. Interesting. Mundus Nullius. Okay. Lord Captain, Master Helmsman on the line. I can report that the quest for the capital world of the Von Valencius dynasty is finally at an end. Dargonis is straight ahead. We have received countless greetings. Your subjects would like to know when their master will be arriving. The merchant captains taking refuge in the orbital docks of Dargonis race to send you priceless welcoming gifts, hoping to buy your favor and to make an impression on the rogue trader. Tell them I'm coming home. It will be done, Lord Captain. Heinrich says, Lord Captain, I will be pleased to accompany you during your visit to Dargonos so I can personally introduce Achilles Scalander, a servant of the Golden Throne who previously attended Lady Theodora on Dargonos. I'm counting on your benevolence. Okay, if you say so. Let's go inspect the planets. There is Phlogiston and a bunch of it, so I think that might be the most rich vein of Phlogiston in the game. I'm gonna have to put a disclaimer on this video, aren't I? Disclaimer. You do not like the F word, do not watch this episode, because I'm not editing this out. You know what? I don't get hopping mad very often, but this is worthy of being hopping mad because this is just wrong. You've had how many weeks now to fix this after the DLC came out? I even made a thread on Reddit. Everybody's saying the same thing. They're like, yeah, none of the turn orders are obeyed anymore. Fighters, bombers, torpedoes, ships go twice in a row when they shouldn't. They just don't care, do they? They just don't care. Lord Captain, a transport shuttle bearing the markings of the Adeptus Mechanicus is approaching the ship. Major Tarzus' delegation intends to board our ship and gain an audience with your lordship. This is exactly how they phrased it. He intends, not humbly requests. Blow him out of the sky. Many of my tech comrades neglect diplomacy when interacting with the laity. It is regrettable. Punish them for their disrespect by letting them dock at the farthest and most dilapidated airlock so that it takes them an eternity to traverse the ship. A most humane punishment, your lordship. Requesting permission to be present at the audience granted by my tech comrades. Yes, you can be there. I don't think we need you. We're going to grab the Whisperer in case she whispers something. I'm a rogue trader, and they just think they can demand. Come on, man. I'm even a benevolent rogue trader, but there are limits to things.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Oh, is there going to be a fight here? I think there might be a fight here. A group dressed in the crimson of the priesthood of Mars walks towards you. Their gazes are fixed on Pascal. You note that the group is not monolithic. Some of the members are more heavily armed and follow a large tech priest clad in battle armor. Others keep a respectful distance and cast inquiring looks at their own leader, whose hunched posture belies his tall frame. Despite the hood hiding his face, you recognize him as Opticon 22, whom you encountered on Footfall. The enormous tech priest points his hand at Pascal and lets out a booming roar not unlike a factory alarm. It makes your very bones vibrate. Herald servo skulls marked with the emblem of the cog follow in his wake. They blare shrilly, "Thou shalt not suffer a heretic in thy forge, for rust begets rust. Pascal Hahnemann, in the name of the Adeptus Mechanicus, you are under arrest." The hunched servant of the Omnissiah turns to you. Diplomacy mode engaged. Announcement. The Adeptus Mechanicus offers their apologies for and would like to inform you of the necessity of conducting an operation to detain, arrest, terminate a faulty unit on the rogue trader's territory. You identify the rare armor the enormous tech priest is wearing as a secutor's plated mechanized suit. It carries the imprints of many battles and has markings that announce its status as a relic. Some of the armor's damage looks fairly severe to the point of endangering its operation. The slivers of flesh revealed under the steel are marked with terrible chemical burns. Every now and then convulsions shake the tech priest's body, and a painful sounding hiss comes from his vox. The tall tech priest who spoke to you looks more peaceful and makes a point of not drawing his weapon. There is an air of concern about the way he frequently glances over at his fellow, scrutinizing his condition. Who dares to arrive on my ship uninvited? Asking for trouble, are you, cogs? Conflict of authority detected. Official message. The Adeptus Mechanicus are aware of, respect, and recognize your right of ownership of this territory and declare no intent to commit an act of aggression. This is an operation to detain, arrest, terminate a faulty Adeptus Mechanicus unit. The fugitive falsely identifying himself as Pascal Hahnemann. This heretic is accused of stealing personal identification codes, spreading tech heresy on the world of Kiava Gamma, and making an attempt on the life of a servant of the Omnissiah. The deafening roar from the tech priest Vox makes you grimace in pain. You touch your ear and notice blood on your fingers. The faulty unit will be removed. In the name of the Omnissiah, I condemn you. Lightning flashes across the wearer's armor. Agony resounds in the blare of his Vox alarm. In contrast, Pascal speaks quietly and coldly. You are malfunctioning, tech comrade. I deem your logical conclusions questionable. This statement is false, Opticon 22 says. Tech brother Tarzus Hanuman is willingly undergoing holy torment deterioration, which, however, does not critically affect his cognitive capacity for data analysis. Unit calling itself Pascal Hanuman. We have information that implicates you. Having learned that you are a member of the retinue, a maintenance specialist in the service of rogue trader Von Valencius, we have come here with the goal of meeting you, intercepting you, and engaging you in combat. Really? Get off my ship now. And if you ever try to arrest anyone in my domain again, you will regret it. Brother Tarzus lets out a terrifying battle cry and raises his weapon with an amazing alacrity for someone of his size. Let those who have spurned the procedure reap the fruits of their sacrilege. Pascal freezes, but green sparks light up in his visor. He extends a hand towards Tarzus and replies in a clanging voice, "Let the cycle be discontinued." You realize Pascal's words are coming from both his own Vox and Tarzus's. Then every sensor on the executioner's battle harness lights up at once, blindingly, and the wounded, armored Leviathan lets out a deafening roar of pain. Attention, Opticon 22 says. Priority notification. Service units of the Kappa Thread supply line are unauthorized to confront the rogue trader. Command, retreat and reinitiate negotiations. Opticon 22 is like, I'm getting the hell out of here. Yeah, good thing. The rest of you punks.
Your arrogance will be your downfall.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's going to be. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys. Cassia, where would we like to put you? Where can we put you? Let's put you like here. I'll get behind some cover. Pascal. You can flank him from behind cover over here. Get there. Jai Hedari. And then who I Cabela. Okay. Good. This will be beneficial. Alright, let's do a little gathering of everyone.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Oh, that's what you're gonna do? That's the way you want to do it? Okay. If I go like right here, can I zap all you guys? Yes, I can. Good.
Be careful not to cross my gaze.
Oh, stun targets. Let's stun them again. Only one person isn't stunned now, I think. That's nice. I should have laid this down though, but that's okay.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Alright, stunned. 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 Kibella. Would you like to kill some people, please? Yes, right up here. This would be great. Okay. Sister, drop this. Let's do... You're gonna kill him. Or this guy, 29. Actually, I can hit all 3 people here. I'm just gonna do this.
Caught by the web.
Okay, now we can do... Give me a point back. We're gonna kill this guy.
I shall not. Is a
That's what I'm talking about. Now, can we get both of these guys? I have to move, don't I? Let's do this.
Trust me.
Okay.
Brings me no pleasure.
Like that. Let's drop over
The
here.
shadows will see it down.
somebody else. That's wonderful. Good job.
As honor or death is a blessing.
Nice.
As the tenant.
Cabela doing the dance of death. Wonderful. Grab this. Doesn't add much, but that's okay. If he wants to move away, well, we can't get to him, can we? Okay, move
Death
to this guy.
comes
If he
in
wants to move,
silence.
we're gonna get a shot at him. All right, Adira. What would you like to do? Why don't you buff me
Anything
so I don't
else?
have to spend so many points buffing myself? Thanks, you just did that to Jai, you big dummy.
Will do.
She's always got those risky maneuvers here. Strength,
Was
toughness, zapped. Put that on him. And we're exploiting. Set him on fire. Oh, that's wonderful. That's great. Jai Hidari, you had to get up. I'm sorry. That's not the way we wanted to do that. First one cost me -1.
On it.
This. Run up here.
I'll make it happen.
Okay. That's not what I wanted. Oh, I can't do this one. I've only got one left. That's okay. We're gonna stab this
It's
guy.
as good as done.
Now we're gonna
Accept
take 3
your
turns.
lot.
Gonna hit you.
I'll see to it your end was
Dead.
inevitable. Who, if not, consider this a taste of what's to come.
Make sure he dies. Bye bye, Tarzus. Opticon22 says requesting cessation of hostilities. Help your brother. The unit that calls itself Tarzus Hanuman is dead, has been disabled. This material asset is beyond restoration or reuse as spare parts. After a pause, Pascal bows his head, and a binaric requiem pours out of his vox. Despite his misconceptions, he was a servant of the Omnissiah. Pascal? What did you do to Tarzus? Pascal's confused reply comes from his vox in a rasp. Unable to fulfill request, the Omnissiah granted me an epiphany and I muted the maimed machine spirit that was filling Tarzus' mind with fury. I do not fully understand the manner of my appeal to it. The situation perfectly mirrors the incident on Rykad Minoris where I appealed to the machine spirit of a malfunctioning mechanism and laid it to rest. I'm sorry I had to kill your comrade. I also regret having a negative assessment of this event. Opticon22, that's funny. The Adeptus Mechanicus still accuse the unit identifying itself as Pascal Hanuman of criminal theft of a unique identification code. Unlike Tech Brother Tarzus, I am not authorized to immediately execute the unit, but neither am I authorized to drop the inquiry. There are no apostates among us. Piercing voice from the Vox synth is more overwhelming than Tarzus' thunderous roar. Tech Brother Tarzus and the machine spirit that lived in his battle harness succumbed to the suffering that beset them. Their judgment was rash and erroneous. Now their torment is over. I declare them martyrs and am requisitioning Tarzus Hanuman's neural augmetic for the purpose of preserving his blessed memory. As astonished tech priests look on, Pascal leans over the slain man's body and extracts the augment from his skull. His movements are as precise as they are respectful. Whatever you did, it's working. Keep going. With each word, Pascal's voice grows more powerful and majestic. You saw the agony your tech brother Tarzus was in. His unbridled, pain-spurred faith intimidated you, yet you were silent. Reverence stopped you from raising your voices to proclaim that the machine spirit with which his mind had merged was morbidly afflicted. The imperative of reverence has paralyzed your will, and you watched tragedy unfold in silence. Hello, present day. If you can't see the parallels in this game, once again, if you can't see the satire, I don't know what to tell you. The sixth universal law states that comprehension is the true path to knowledge. Yet the procedural cycle has robbed you of your comprehension. Therefore, let the cycle be discontinued. There's a clang as Opticon 22's knee presses into the floor. Crimson hooded heads are bowed. Let the cycle be discontinued. The radiant light pouring out of Pascal's visor grows dimmer. Static creeps back into his voice. Let the cycle be discontinued, tech comrades. Pascal, there's one small point I'm not clear on. What just happened? I decided to sustain my words with an excerpt from one of the Blessed Amernat's sermons on loss of internal and external function, verse 4. My analysis deemed it appropriate. What is the reason for this act of genuflection? It has been a long time since the words the Messiah of discontinuing were last spoken, openly, over public communication bans. We respectfully welcome wisdom's return. So he is not forgotten after all. The Messiah of discontinuing, is that how you refer to Amernat? Following Archmagos Amernat's partial lacation removal from the chain of command, that was the authorship attribution on a series of sermons on discontinuing the cycle that were disseminated across the Cognizance fleet. It was, in fact, as highly used by many in times past. Is Amernat's teaching not heretical? This statement is false, contrary to what many servants of the Omnissiah thought they knew, preferred to believe. The fleet's supreme conclave never formulated and issued an official statement on that decision. 37% of the Supreme Conclave's members openly support Archmagos Amernat's views and disappeared, were removed from the chain of command under circumstances that were classified. The Supreme Conclave has not had a quorum ever since. Do you know where Amernat is now? Data unavailable. No reports have mentioned Archmagos Amernat since the incident on the Arc Mechanicus Hermetico, which led to the presumed disappearance of that void ship. My archive has no data on the Hermetico incident. The vessel was the Blessed Amernat's base of operations. It is lost, then? Pascal's voice is filled with anxiety. Were you among his followers? Negative. I had no contact with Archmagos Amernat and was never a member of his flock. However, my analysis of the doctrine he outlined inspired me deep respect for and trust in him. I presume the conflict between you and Pascal has been resolved then. The data received provides a basis for calling the fallen tech brother Tarzus' hypothesis into question. Out of respect for, due to lack of authorization to indict, the followers of the Messiah of discontinuing, we will not proceed with the detainment, arrest, and termination. The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all. Thank you, Tech Brother Opticon 22. Now that the conflict has been resolved, you may remain aboard my ship. Request denied. The Kappa Thread supply line delegation is leaving Dargonis, expresses gratitude for the hospitality and ceasefire, and proclaims its intent to return to Footfall to resume performing its regular functions. The tech priest looks over at Pascal as if waiting for something. Pascal's mechadendrite briefly touches the shoulder of Opticon 22, who bows respectfully. See you later, Opticon. Well then, and that gets us this. The power sword is just generic stuff, and the Omniscient Axe. So he didn't have anything that was super special there, other than an attitude.
Keep your wits about you.
Well, I think Tarzus' involvement in this episode brings us to a righteous place to conclude. It's been a frustrating episode, people, but the frustrations are over. We only get one episode like this per Let's Play series. That's my rule. One rants and raves episode. So we've ranted and we raved, and from now on we're just going to use Toy Box to destroy ships, and we're not even going to talk about it. It's a bit disappointing. Just a bit. Here's what's disappointing. And this is parallel to my video that I left up about stopping playing of the Pillars of Eternity 2 playthrough where I said I'm not going to do the rest of that series because I don't enjoy playing that game. And the reason that that game sucks, in my opinion, is because Pillars of Eternity 1 exists. And it's so much better of a game. That's why I'm disappointed, because I've been able to play through this game 3 times now before Lex Imperialis came out, and it was a joy. So this stinks because those playthroughs existed. I was able to play through all the ship combat and learn how to do it, and everything worked and nothing was broken, and it gave me a wonderful whole Rogue Trader gaming experience. And now it's broken and Alcat won't fix it. Which is just a level of like disdain for the player. Really, that's how I interpret it. Like, I don't know how the rest of you feel about tardiness, but we talk about this a lot, my wife and I and my friends and I, because almost everybody I know hates that, hates people who are tardy. We see it as like a personal affront. It's rude. It's not respecting your time. If you're telling some friends we're going to have dinner at 6 o'clock at this restaurant and they don't show up until 6:30 or 7, that is incredibly rude. And it just shows a lack of respect for people's time. And that's where I sit with Alcat. They just have a disdain for their players, because Lex Imperialis has been out for weeks now. This patch has been out for weeks. This has been broken for weeks. And I know how software works. If this was my video game and I were in charge of this, if I were the creative director and I knew about this bug, I would say, we have to fix this now. Stop everything else, get the bug fixed, and get an emergency patch out, because this cannot stand. And other companies do this. For instance, the Tracy brothers. They are releasing patches all the time for their games. They're releasing updates, and if something gets broken, they release a patch like the same day. So Star Traders Frontiers and their Cyber Knights Flashpoint game that just came out in June, those guys are on top of it, and they are an indie dev team with 2 guys, and they don't let this shit go unfixed, unaddressed. They address it immediately. So there's no reason that a company as big as Alcat should be just letting this shit fester for weeks on end. There's no reason for it. It's inexcusable. It's bad management. It's disdain for your players. It's rude. And it doesn't respect our time. So that's where I sit with this. We're going to continue on with the series. Next episode will be nicer, but just keep that in mind. That's how I feel about Alcat. That is why I have such a hard time with their games, because so much of what they make is wonderful to play, and then they do crap like this, and it just mars the whole experience. I'll see y'all next time. You know the drill. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave questions and comments down below. I'll see you next time, and until then, happy gaming, everyone.